Did you see that Eagles game yesterday? I should have wore my Birds shirt today. But anyway, we're going to get started with shoulders here. Start with some face pulls. And then just work into like full blown rear delts. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. The place is pretty crowded, so it's a little bit limited to equipment. We're going to make the best of it. Grab another set here. Yeah. 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 Okay. I'm gonna grab another set here. These feel really good um, for the traps. This is when I do face pulls. Like, obviously it hits the rear delt, but I really feel the squeeze in the trap, which is what I do them for, right? So traps on shoulders day, whatever. But I noticed that the more I come towards like my neck area, the more I hit the rear delt. But the higher up, like if I go from like the nose to the eyes, I pull that way, it's all trap. So I'm gonna do one more here for traps, and then we're gonna get into some reverse flies for rear delts. I don't know if it's gonna be dumbbells. Ugh, it's pretty crowded over there. I don't know. Uh, I don't know. We'll see. Well, let's do another set here. Oh, God. Okay. I think the dumbbell area, it is crowded, but I could technically take that bench over there and just bring dumbbells over. Eh, I'm just going to do the rear delts right here. Um, I did these last week. It felt really, really good. What the hell? Let's do it again. Part of me really wants to hit some dumbbells, but that's all right. Let's see how this feels. If this doesn't feel the way I want it to feel, which could be the case, then I'm just going to grab dumbbells and find a place to do the reverse flies. Ugh, that's a lot heavier than I normally go, so I'll take it. Probably drop it a little bit, go for a little more repage. I have I got some drop set pins in. I went I went a little heavy for what I normally do for rear delts. Um, but I think that was 8 reps in the first set. I'll take it, whatever. I dropped it one plate, and then I just have 2 drop set pins in, and then I'll end with 100. So we're starting at 175, then we're going to go 145, and then we're just going to go to 100 and just burn them out. Almost want to grab it up here. It doesn't feel right though. Oh shit. Instead of grabbing it like this, because it puts a lot of stress on my wrist. It does feel good when it's a lighter weight. So maybe after both pins are dropped, I might switch to this. But to start, I'm going to come right up here. Yeah. Should be good. I'm just going to move into some rear delts. I'm sorry, side delts. Some raises right here. Just kind of, just alternate back and forth. Did a feeler set here. This, for some reason, feels really heavy. Let's just, we already warmed up. Let's just get going. All right. So I was going to drop it a plate and just really concentrate on like some really strict movement, squeeze the top. And I am going to do that. But I'm going to keep it at the same weight, but it's going to be a drop set. Just go as many as I can. It was 8 or 9, I think, the last time, and then I'll drop it a plate. And on the drop set, it's coming up squeeze really super strict. And again, if you watch, like, I try to pay attention. I try to pay close attention to coming up and not coming all the way in like this, right? Because then it takes attention off the delt. So it's just like this, maybe like somewhere right around here, give or take, right back up, so the tension stays on the delt. That's a good set. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna try something a little different here. Another set of lateral raises, but I've never done this here before. I'm gonna grab right arm over on the left arm over the right, and just hit some double armed raises. See how it goes. Oh, oh shit. I'm gonna have to do that again. I couldn't. I wanted to put the drop set pins in, but I can't fit it in where I want it with this guy here. So I'm gonna do a drop set here. Um, Start with it's really lightweight. I'm not gonna lie, but for some reason, it just feels really heavy today. I'm just gonna grab another set just like this, and then I'm gonna drop it a plate and just finish it off. And we're gonna hit some front delts. So pause a second. Oh, shit. Oh. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, oh yeah. Well, I got some shoulder burning going on. Feels great so far. I never, at least I don't think I ever grabbed the handles opposite and did side lateral raises with, dual arm here anyway. But it actually worked out really good. And believe it or not, because of the way I was kind of angled, where they were they the cables had to be slightly in front of me, as opposed to by my side. 'Cause I couldn't really do it close to my body. They had to come out a little bit to keep the cables from touching each other. Wound up hitting. I felt a lot of trap in that, but a crazy side delt burn. Unbelievable. I almost did another set, but we're pretty deep in the shoulders right now. And I'm on a drop set kick. So we got like 130 pounds here on the shoulder press. We're gonna grab it, hammer, like whatever this is called, whatever this is called, this angle. I know the name of it. I just can't think of it. It's this versus this, but we're gonna grab it north and south, bang it down, drop it. It'll go, and then it'll go from 130 to 90, and then from 90 to 60, if I'm reading that right. And let's just enough of it. Less this, more this. I got to be careful with this shoulder coming off the lift with this. Yeah. One thing I want to point out, when sometimes from the starting position this low, it really bothers my shoulder to come to start from there. Just this one. So we've got rotator cuff problems here, but they're under control. Well, I want to keep it that way. When I grab this by itself and I come up, right, and then I come to grab this one, because I can start down here with this one, with this left shoulder. When I have that one arm up, very important, do not lock that elbow when you're up here, because all that weight's going to push down on your shoulder in a not good way. So if you're like me, you want to do that. Now, someone commented the other day on my chest presses on the incline, and they were asking why I don't go down to the chest and all the way up, and it's because of the shoulder. So when I come right about the chin level and then back up, this doesn't bother me, or very little. When I bring it all the way down to the chest and back up, maybe not with one set, but 3-4 sets in, this starts bothering me a lot, and then it screws up the whole workout. So I try to for presses, I just come to the chest or to the chin and back up. It's the same thing. Like if you were to see me do, which you will rarely see, like a flat barbell press, you're going to notice that I will not come all the way to the chest. I'll probably come like probably a good 6-7 inches before the chest, and then back up. So So I'll throw it out there. Let's crank this out. Oh, shit. I think that's it for delts. Okie dokie. I decided to bite the bullet and just get calves done. This is a pretty simple exercise here, so I probably don't need to do a lot of explaining. I'm just going to crank out a few reps until I feel I will be, walking up the steps funny tomorrow. So follow along. It's a moderate weight. It's not heavy at all. Shit. Let's do it again. Kind of pigeon toe it a little bit. Oh, God. Oh. Set 3. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, shit. All right. Welcome to my 6:30 p.m. meal. Because I did calves today after my shoulder workout, I was very limited on time uh, in terms of doing like a post-workout video, but figured I would just do it right now. And this time my wife is not here. She's at work, so you won't see her behind me making goofy faces. I didn't realize that until the other day when I was watching the video from last week. I was like, what the hell is she doing? But that was pretty cool. So, real quick, just give an overview of what we're eating here. Just got a tumbler of water here, Dr. Berg's electrolytes. I usually have a scoop of this in the morning, and then at some point after my workout, I have another one of these. Usually it's usually more towards the end of the night. So this isn't necessarily my last meal. I will have a lot more protein before I go to bed. Uh, well, maybe like in another 2.5 hours. But so we got what we got here. We got 9 ounces of chicken. It's actually Costco rotisserie, just ripped off the bone. I have this is about 900 calories of oatmeal, just because I'm all out of rice, and I do have potatoes, but I don't feel like cooking them up. They take too long. So oatmeal. The thing I love about oatmeal is so we got 3 packets here, but just adding a little bit of peanut butter or maybe a little bit of honey, or you can add a lot of different things to this. It just ups the calories really good. So, and then we have sauerkraut. It's organic, wild sauerkraut from Costco. It's just there's like no calories in it. It's just to promote good, healthy gut, right? So I'm trying my best to stay away from like processed foods, even though the Costco chicken, I always thought it was pretty healthy. It's just a rotisserie chicken, right? But apparently, I've been reading lately. There's a lot of shit in it that just isn't good for you. I'm not talking about like antibiotics and hormones so much. I'm talking about like the other stuff, like just actual preservatives and stuff in here. I think it's still better than like eating a Big Mac or something, or it's definitely better than like the processed sliced turkey. I don't know how much better, but me and my wife agreed we're going to kind of tone down on the rotisserie chickens because we were buying a lot of them each week, man. Because it's just easy protein, right? You don't have to cook it; you just rip it right off the bone, and you got your protein. But I'm trying to just move into like a little bit, trying to get away from the processed shit. Even though the oatmeal, it's instant oatmeal, has processed stuff. Progress, not perfection, right? This whole meal right here is still, way better than eating like a couple of sandwiches from Chick-fil-A or something like that, right? Which I don't do often, but it's better than a lot of foods. So, but I'm trying to move myself towards more whole foods and not, all that processed crap because I'm trying to I want to get rid of the acne. And like I said in the previous video last week, one of the holistic doctors I was talking to said it all starts with your gut. Like that's the root problem of your acne. So yeah, we're gonna work on that. But let's talk about today's workout. Today's workout was really good. I got an incredible shoulder workout. I mean, it was way better than I thought it was going to be. Not that I thought it was going to be bad by any means when I got in there, but just starting with the rear delts. I love starting with rear delts. I don't know why. I should probably switch it up sometime and hit the fronts first, then the sides, and then hit rear delts last. But overall, it felt good, and it was a pretty simple workout, right? I mean, for the front delts, we only really did the front overhead presses on the machine. And I think I did 3 sets of those, but it felt really, really good. And then we just did some side lateral raises with the cable. The one thing that I really liked that I felt I wasn't expecting it to feel that good was when I grabbed the handles on the cable like this, and I was just doing like both arms, double arm lateral raises. Oh my god, I almost wish I could go back and I would have done a third set because it really felt that good. And not only was I feeling it in the side delt, but the way I was bringing my arm up and the way my hands were, kind of in front of me a little bit, I felt the traps like blasting out. So that was actually really cool, but still feeling an incredible amount of tension on the side delt. So, it was a totally good workout and it was pretty quick. Even the calves, I only did 3 sets of calves today, but the cool thing about the calves was, I was kind of like the first 10 reps were, I was coming up and I was pausing at the top. Like there was a good pause and squeeze at the top, down, pause, down, pause. And it just like, it felt like my calves were growing like this just because the pump felt so good. And then after like the 10th rep of squeezing, just kind of, blasting them out. But 3 sets is really, they felt that good. I really didn't even need to do a fourth set. If I wasn't so stretched for time or pressed for time, I probably would have done a fourth set, but no big deal. I'm actually considering doing calves twice a week. Uh, who was it? I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was. I think it was. I don't know. Someone. Well, I think it was. I think it was Jay Cutler, but it might have been. Who's the other guy? For some reason, I'm drawing a blank. Dude, the tattoo on his face. I don't know. For some reason, I can't think of his name, and I know exactly who he is. And I've followed so many. I follow him on Instagram and everything. He's like one of the most famous bodybuilders of all time. Lee Priest. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. These guys were like talking about hitting calves twice a week. I'm thinking of doing that. Just kind of like maybe, I don't know, maybe like Monday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday, Saturday, something like that, or just on a when to be determined basis, right? Like, all right, they feel like they're not sore anymore, give it a day's grace, and then just jump back into it, right? Because I mean, no matter how hard I work the calves, like last week we did a really good calf workout, and even then, like, and they were only sore for like a good 2 days, and then by the third day, there was a little bit of soreness there, but not a whole lot. So that's something I'm contemplating doing is hitting calves twice a week. So I don't know, but I don't know if you guys watched that Eagles game. That was a good time. We went to so we missed the workout yesterday. We drove really far. We drove all the way down like deep Orange County. My buddy Jacob, and there was a barbecue. He had all these TVs all over the place, outside, inside, upstairs, downstairs. Grilled all kinds of food, and I would be willing to bet that just during the Super Bowl while we were there, I probably put away about 5,000 calories. I'm not even kidding. I didn't count it. I have no idea. It was a free for all, man. I mean, I was eating tri-tip. I was eating burgers. I was eating sausages, like those big giant hot links. I was eating cookies and cupcakes, and they had everything there. They had this buffalo chicken dip. It was like this shredded chicken, and it was like a buffalo dip, and they had these like tortillas. It was so good. It was incredible. But we definitely got our calories in yesterday, and we won the freaking Super Bowl. So I'm like super happy about that. It was just I am so proud of the Eagles, man. They worked really hard all year, and they beat a great team, right? I mean, the Chiefs are no joke. That's a really good team, and with probably one of the, if not the best, one of the best quarterbacks in the entire NFL. So, yeah, I was real happy about that. I wasn't happy to see that Philadelphia went absolutely friggin' bonkers after the game. They were like busting store windows, flipping cop car, all kinds of crazy shit. Basically trying to burn the city down. They won the Super Bowl. It's like, guys, what are you doing, man? I don't know. It's always been like that. I lived there like my whole life up until like 12 years ago. Every time they win any kind of whether they win or lose, the town just goes absolutely friggin' batshit crazy. I don't get it, but anyway, I hope you guys liked the workout today. Figured I would. I was getting ready to make dinner, and I was like, I uploaded all the videos, but I didn't do the final video. So figured I would just show you guys what I was eating as my second to last meal, just to give you guys an overview and just talk about the workout. But overall, the workouts are going good. We're 220, 220 and a half right now. So this week I'm going to spend a little bit of time trying to figure out exactly where we're going to go with the diet. Like, you know, in terms of like bringing it down and easing into a cut. We're not going to ease into, we're not going to go straight into a cut. That's still a little far out because we're only 3 months into a bulk. I would like to take it at least minimum 4 months for a bulk. I mean, some people go a lot longer than that. So, but I think, um, like I had mentioned before, I think we're just gonna, take it from like 4,500 to 4,000. Just do that for a couple weeks. 3,500 for a couple weeks. But I want to kind of map out those foods and those eating schedule. Like, just do a little bit of research and I'm going to put a plan together basically, um, that will eventually lead into a cut. And then the cut that I'm going to do, it's going to be a lot more intense than the last one because I really want to try to like legitimately get freaking shredded. Like I want striations freaking everywhere. You know what I mean? I didn't quite have like crazy striations at the end of the last cut, but it, for me, it was I was lean for me. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna lie, it kind of feels. I kind of like my look when I'm bulking. You know what I mean? Even though like my face is all like puffed out and stuff like that, but everywhere I go, people are like, "Oh man, you work out, you go to the gym." So I love it, man, because I mean, at least it like, you know, people notice it, right? Like it's good to hear those compliments, man. It just makes you feel good. It's like all that hard work, kind of paying off. You know what I mean? And but when I'm dieting down, what was I like one? I think at the end of the cut, it was 188. So I'm 32 pounds lighter than I am right now. I mean, which a lot of that is like water weight, glycogen, carbs, all that stuff. But a lot of it was there was a good amount that was fat too. But when I'm dieting down, especially when I start hitting like that 190 mark, right around, I walk around like I feel like I don't even lift. You know what I mean? Because I just feel so small, and it's like I stay covered up. It's like a sleeper body, in a sense. Take the shirt off, and it's like, oh wow, there's some muscle there. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of cool, but it has its pros and cons. That body dysmorphia starts kicking in, which probably every bodybuilder has one at one level or another. But anyway, we're just having fun with it. But I am gonna grub right now, and my wife's still working for a few more hours, so I'm probably just gonna grab the laptop, hang out on the couch, and just work some more. Right. So. If you guys haven't been to the gym yet, get your ass to the gym, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for arms. We might be doing that on the road. I have some things to do. So unless I go early in the morning tomorrow to do arms, I'm not sure. I might go to my home gym, but it would be really early in the morning. Otherwise, probably be. I'm gonna have to go to a Planet Fitness. I'm gonna have to go gorilla style and put my magnet somewhere because every time I go into Planet Fitness now, as soon as they see the tripod, they're like, "Nope, nope, nope." It's like, all right, I got you. I'm not going to argue with them, and they're usually pretty nice about it. So I'm not going to cause a scene, right? Like people are there to work out, not set up freaking tripods and stuff. So I'm lucky that I'm able to do it when I can do it, and at my gym. So, but yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow for arms, either morning or night. We're not sure. And have a great Monday, everybody, and make it a great week, unless you choose not to.